Howdy, folks. Benny here. Little Shrimp V2, I guess I'm calling this one. That one up there is V1. V2, I'm trying this neck thing. Sorry about the jigglies. V2, doing some Vinny built stuff to this guy. I made some boom tube sleeves while I was waiting. I took a piece of aluminum tubing, made some dowels, epoxied them in so no water will get into my sponsons. Unfortunately, these are bigger than the boom tubes, so I had to open up these holes to fit these 8mm around instead of 6mm. So what I did was I took a piece of leftover tubing and I basically made myself a hole saw. Put it in the drill because these holes are right next to that dang bulkhead right there. And they have to be right there. They were touching with the 6mm holes, so I had to make the holes a little more forward so that the boom tube sleeves are still touching. Didn't destroy my bulkhead with a drill bit, because I think a drill bit would have just chewed that bulkhead right to toothpicks. So, whoops. Oh, now it don't work. No, it'll be fine. So these fit in there fine. I need to do a little bit of fiddly sanding so that they're perfectly straight, but I can do that off camera. And then I will epoxy them in here. Nice, good layer of epoxy. Same with the boom tubes, or the sponsons in the boom tube, and the boom tube holders will go in here. And then when I'm done with that, I don't know if I said it in the last video, I made some foam blocks for this inside the sponsons, just a little buoyancy, never hurt nothing. And then, what was I going to say? I want to totally epoxy the inside of this. I want to seal it before I put the lid on so that I can get a good sealing in there and no leaks, nice and strong. Oh yeah, also, hold on one second. Let me get this. Oops. In the bow here is where I'm going to put my battery. I'm going to slide it in through that hole. So I made these. And after I epoxy seal the inside, I'm going to glue these foam pads. Well, I got to cut that one. Into the hull, one on the ceiling, so that I can just stuff my batteries in that hole and they can rattle around in there. I've already done it with the other one over there and it works fine. I've got just a foam on the floor, but I want a foam on the ceiling too. It's nice, really light. Wow, you buy a Leopard motor, you get a bunch of this foam with it. It's really nice. So yeah, I've got a couple of pieces of foam for the sides, and one for the top, one for the bottom. The battery will never touch the wood. And it's way up out of the way. Gives me room. There's not a lot of room in there for the motor and the speed control. The receiver is going to go back here. Well, of course, the servo is going to go right there. So that's the update for this section. I got to get a little bit of work done on them boom tubes. Get them in nice and straight. I don't know. Leave a comment. Do you want to watch me epoxy them in or not? I don't know. No comments. I'll just do it. All right. Thanks a lot. Late.